Welcome back, boys. Now, in this module, we will discuss the derivations of equations of motion by calculus method. And by calculus method means we will do it by integral method. We have done it by mathematical method, and I have given an assignment based on equations of motion, and I think you must have completed that. So, before that, we should know that what are the basic concepts which you are going to take in the derivations of equations of motion by the integral methods. Now, first one is, we know that velocity is equal to ds by dt, means velocity is equal to rate of change of displacement. That is, if you know the displacement function, you can find out the velocity function by differentiating this. Now, second is, that is A is equal to dv by dt. These are the two basic equations which we will use while doing the derivations of equations of motion by integral method. So, these are two basic equations. Now, if you want to do first equation of motion, first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. You know that v is final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, and t is time. Now, we can use this equation, that is a is equal to dv by dt or dv is equal to a dt. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now, we know that velocity is increasing from initial velocity u to final velocity v. So, while integrating the function, we will write lower limit as u and upper limit as v. And for the limit of the time, initial time is 0 and final time is t. So, we integrate this function, that is u to v dv is equal to a 0 to t dt. We can integrate. Now, you know that the basic formula regarding this integration is, that is integration of a to b fx dx is equal to f of x a to b, which is equal to f of b minus f of a. Once again I am writing this formula. अब इसको एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ. व्हाट डज दिस मीन्स. ये जो स्मॉल एफ एक्स है उसको इंटीग्रेट करके कैपिटल एफ एक्स फंक्शन आया है. कैपिटल एफ एक्स को इन लिमिट्स के हिसाब से निकालने के लिए पहले आप x के प्लेस पर b रखिए माइनस वैल्यू ऑफ फंक्शन एट x इज इक्वल टू a. हम लिमिट इंपोज करके भी दिखाएंगे. ठीक है. सो दिस इज द बेसिक फार्मूला व्हाट वी आर यूजिंग. नाउ कम टू दिस एक्सप्रेशन. दिस इज थर्ड एक्सप्रेशन and we can write this, the integration of dv is v and u to v and integration of dt is t 0 to t. Now put the values of the limit. V minus u is equal to a t minus 0, that is v minus u is equal to at or v is equal to u plus at. This is final expression. Let this expression is 4. Now you can see this. Once again I am repeating, these are two functions which we will use for obtaining the equations of motion by integral method. And while imposing the limits, that is lower limit and upper limit, we will see that what are the values of lower limits and upper limits. Clear? So, These are two basic equations. We have proceeded in this direction. The concept of finding the function is this one, and you can see this thing from integral calculus. We have done this. Review that lecture if you are finding any difficulty. Now let us come to second equation of motion. Second equation of motion. Now see this, that we know that V is equal to ds by dt. That this is equation 1. Cross multiply this, V dt is equal to ds. This is second equation. Or we can say ds is equal to V dt. Transpose it, and by using first equation of motion, we can write V is equal to u plus at. So we will replace this V, ds is equal to u plus at dt. This is equation 4. Now integrate on both the sides. That is, s is equal to 0 to s ds, which is equal to 0 to t u plus at dt, which is equal to 0 to t u dt plus 0 to t at dt. ब्रेक कर दिया हमने इसको, इस u प्लस एटी को दो इंटीग्रेशन में ब्रेक कर दिया. नाउ वी विल सॉल्व दिस, and we know that the integration of ds is s, 0 to s is equal to integration of u dt is u in bracket t 0 to t plus integration of t dt. Just see here, integration of t dt is equal to t square by 2. By applying formula, integration of x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So simultaneously I am reviving and writing the formula also, the related formulas which are in this derivation. So we can write this is t square by 2 limit 0 to t. Clear? Now we can rough first two lines. That is, now 0 to s is equal to u. यहाँ पर एक बार t वैल्यू रखेंगे, t हो गया माइनस, एक बार 0 वैल्यू रखेंगे 0, तो क्या हो गया ut प्लस एक बार t रखेंगे वैल्यू, एक बार 0 रखेंगे, तो 1/2 at square. So this is final equation. That is third equation of motion. Sorry, this is second equation of motion, and this is displacement relation. You can see that the formula which I have used here is x to the power n dx, x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. जो सिंपली ds था उसका डिफरेंशिएशन मैं इंटीग्रेशन बता चुका हूं, और उसका डिफरेंशियल इंटीग्रेशन ये लिख सकते हैं, that is t to the power 0 dt, which is equal to t to the power 0 plus 1 upon 0 plus 1, that is t. तो जहां 1 था वहां हमने t to the power 0 रख दिए. उसी तरह से जहां 1 ds है हम s to the power 0 कर देंगे. जहां भी सिंपली dx हो, dt हो, dp हो, कुछ भी हो, वहां वही कंपोनेंट आ जाता है बाय दिस फार्मूला. नाउ कम टू थर्ड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन. You know third equation of motion. It is basically velocity and displacement relation. That is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now here we will use this formula. A is equal to dv by dt. This is equation 1. Multiply by ds on numerator and denominator. So A is equal to dv by dt into ds upon ds. This is second equation. Now rearrange this. A is equal to dv by A is equal to ds by dt into dv by ds. This is equation 3. हमने rearrange कर लिया. And ds by dt gives what? Velocity v. That is v dv by ds. This is equation 4. Now we can solve here. Now cross multiply this. A ds is equal to v dv. A ds is equal to v dv. Now impose proper limits. A integral 0 to s ds is equal to u to v dv. Now we can write here as a s minus 0. I am writing directly, or you can write here in form of limits, that is 0 to s. Integration of this v dv is v square by 2. From same formula, this is u to v. We can write a s minus 0 is equal to v square by 2 minus u square by 2. Now cross multiply this. This becomes 2as is equal to v square minus u square, or v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This is third equation of motion. So we have obtained third equation of motion by integral method. Okay. So these are three equations of motion which we have obtained by the method of using calculus, and earlier we have obtained this by using mathematical method, means mathematical concepts. In fact, this concept that acceleration is equal to dv by dt has also originated from mathematical analysis of velocity and acceleration. But we say this calculus method because we are using the approach of integration to find out the velocity relationship, displacement relationship, and acceleration relationship. Now, the fourth one, the same article, that is displacement of the particle or body in nth second. We can obtain it as under by using the method of calculus or by using the method of integration. So now we know that v is equal to ds by dt. This is basic relationship. This is distance covered in nth second. We know that v is equal to ds by dt, and we can write that ds is equal to v dt. This is equation second. Now by using first equation of motion, we can write ds is equal to u plus at dt. This is third. Now integrate this function under proper limits. So see here, integration of ds Sn minus 1 to Sn. तो जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन ns सेकेंड होगा वो यही तो होगा, दैट इज एस है अप टू लिमिट फ्रॉम Sn minus 1 to Sn. Now we will keep the unit of time, that is at dt is equal to n minus 1 time to n. We have taken this as n minus 1 to n, a limit of time है कि n minus 1 सेकेंड से n सेकेंड के बीच में कितना होता है, that is distance covered by the body in a straight line or displacement of the body in nth second. Okay, now we can do it like this. First you separate the integrations n minus 1 n u dt plus n minus 1 n at dt. Second term is at dt. Clear? Here we can write as nth, which is equal to u and ut. Integration of dt will be ut in bracket n minus 1 into n plus, here we can write a t square by 2 limit n minus 1 to n. Already we have done this integration. Now we can put the value of n in place of t, that is as nth is, we will solve here, as nth is equal to u in bracket n minus 1 plus a, this becomes n square by 2, by putting the value of t as n square by 2 minus n minus 1 whole square by 2. Say here, we have kept once the value of t as n, then it becomes n square by 2, and then we kept the value of t as n minus 1, then it became n minus 1 whole square by 2. Now, by solving this, you can write u plus a by 2 in bracket 2n minus 1. This is displacement of the body in nth second, or distance traveled by the body in a straight line in nth second. Now I have explained you the concept of the displacement in nth second. Once again I am repeating here. Suppose displacement of the body in 4 seconds is this, displacement of the body in 5 seconds is this. So this is displacement of the body in 5th second. So this much displacement is the displacement of the body in 5th second. So we have obtained this formula. Clear? So these were, somewhere in some books it is written that this is the 4th equation of motion. You can write, because books are writing it. But in general, we know the 3 equations of motion. This is basically the displacement of the particle in nth second, and it is using the concept of all the equations of motions. So the final result, u n minus n minus 1, this cancels out, this becomes u, and similarly you can square the two functions, take LCM, then rearrange them, you can get this relation. So these are all 4 results which we have obtained earlier by mathematical methods. Now we have obtained it by using integral method. In next module, we will study the graphical analysis of motion in a straight line. Graphical analysis means plotting of graphs, that is distance time graph, displacement time graph, speed time graph, velocity time graph, acceleration time graph, and the area occupied by velocity time and acceleration time graphs. We will do the graphical analysis, and once again we will obtain the three equations of motion by graphical methods also, which you have studied in class 9th. So the derivation is not very important because you know the three equations of motion and you know how to apply them. You know when initial velocity becomes 0, you know when final velocity becomes 0. Once again in this module, I am just repeating the things that when body starts from rest, its initial velocity becomes 0. When body stops after applying a force, then its final velocity becomes 0 and acceleration in that case will be negative because the velocity is decreasing at constant rate. Now, if a body is dropped from height h, then its initial velocity is 0, but its velocity will not be equal to 0 if it is thrown with velocity h. Now, there are two cases. One, dropped, this case, and second, thrown. So, these are two cases. In case when the body is thrown in vertically downward direction, then its initial velocity will not be equal to 0. Now, if a body is thrown with velocity u in vertically upward direction, then at maximum height, the final velocity becomes 0. Okay? So, these were few cases and these were some important points to be remembered while applying the equations of motion for solving the numericals. You can solve the rebounding cases, that if a ball is dropped from height h, it rebounds with a certain reduced velocity. We will do this question in graphical analysis case and we will draw the relevant graph corresponding to that. So, revise it carefully, that is derivations of equations of motion by both the methods, and if you do find any difficulty and if you want to redo any derivation here, then please let me know. I will solve and teach once again. Thanks and have a good day.